Hi guys, today I'm going to solve a Leetcode problem. The problem number is 4, median of two sorted list. In this question, we are given two sorted arrays and we need to return the median of the two sorted arrays. And so for this, we need to know what is median. So from a statistic point of view, a median um, is the value in the middle of a data set. So basically the 50% of the data that is in the middle is less and the other 50% is greater. So as you can see in this example, the median is 6. And then the other example that they have, this is actually, I just Googled it, okay? So other example they have is like when you add the two middle data points or like how you call this values, and you divide by 2, that is the median, you know. So this is the example that via Google, um, that is the clear meaning of a median. So in order to have a median, we need to arrange the data point in an increasing order. So this is another fact, okay? So you can't get a median unless the data set is arranged in a increasing order, okay? So let's go back to our problem and let's go through the examples. So as you can see, it has two arrays and the expected output is 2, right? So the explanation given is when you merge this, the median is 2. So the 2 is the middle value. And same goes with the example 2, in which it is expecting when it merged 1, 2, 3, 4, and you add 2 plus 3 and divide by 2 is 2.5, right? It is similar example to this from the Google, right? So let's go to our Visual Studio and try to solve this issue, okay? So for the convenience, I have copy pasted the two arrays, right? And then this is our example 1 and example 2. And I want to follow example 2 first, and then I will come back to example 1 so that it is easier to um, logically solve this issue first. So in order to solve the issue, what I have also done is I have written down this array when you merge it. So step 1 would be to merge the array, right? Merge the array. So how do you do this in C Sharp? Is we use the function called concat. Okay, so it concats um, array 1 into array 2 into array 1, basically. Okay, array 2 into array 1. Okay, so this is the first step basically, and the second step is to find the midpoint. Okay, so how we gonna find the midpoint is basically we gonna use the same Google approach, right? We're gonna divide it by 2 or add the two data points in the values in the middle and divide by 2 or use this. So basically for our example is the second one, right? We have to add the two data points values and divide it by 2. Okay, so let's continue with our problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, what it wants is we want to add 2 plus 3 divided by 2, right? So in order to do that, we need to find a midpoint. Okay, so how we gonna find a midpoint is we're gonna do the some let's say my array. So this, when it concats, we can say that array my array, we're gonna my array, so we're gonna pull it to my array, let's just say like that. Okay, for now, so my array dot length, right? So the length of the array would be, how much would be the length? The length will be 4, right? 4 divided by 2. So when we do this, what happens, right? This is our length. Okay, so when we say divided by 2, we are saying 2, right? But in order to get this second value, our array is 0 based index, right? So in order to get to 2, it needs to go through 0, 1, 2. So is this our midpoint value? No, right? So what we are expecting is 2, right? So in order to get 2, what we need to do is my array dot length divided by 2 minus 1. Okay, so that is this, because the index, whenever you say length 2, we have to go through the 0 index. So it will go as 0, 1, 2. But what we actually want is value 2, right? So that is what we want. So this is how you get the midpoint. Okay, and then the third one is we need to know check if the array is even or odd. Okay, even or odd. Okay, so if it is even, what we're gonna do is, this is even. For example, the example given to us, the example 2 is of even array. Okay, when you merge it together, it becomes even. And the example 1 is odd when you actually merge it together. Okay, so I'll come back to example 2. First, I will tackle the example 1 because it is even, right? So how would you find even? Even is when you would say the same thing, my array dot length, right? Using the modulus operator, if mod of 2 is equals to 0, right? If the remainder is 0, then we know that the count, or that the count is even. Okay, so this is how you find even. And then the else part is whatever is the else part would always be odd. Okay, odd. Okay, so this is the steps we're gonna do implement in our code, and this is the logic basically. So let's go ahead and implement this logic. So let's say int 3, right? So this is my array. Okay, this is what we said, my array. So how we gonna do this? We're gonna concat, right? So we're gonna concat. Let's just go. Just make it so that everything is in one. Okay, so this is our whole scenario, and this is what I went through. Okay, okay, so here my array, right? My array num sorry num num1 dot concat. Okay, concat's two sequences. You see that? Concat dot num 2, right? Nums 2. Okay, nums 2. Okay, so this will give dot, and the other thing we need to do is we need to no, this needs to be inside the bracket. Yeah, and we need to order by ascending, right? So dot ordered by, and then what we can do is this will do as ascending, and dot to array. Okay, that's what we want. So this will be our array. My array will have this 1 2 3 4. Okay, for now. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna find the midpoint, right? Int midpoint, right? So what we're gonna do for the midpoint, same, my array, this one exactly. We're just gonna copy paste this one, what we have, what we actually did. So the length would be 2. So 2, in order to get the 2, basically we are getting the value 2. But so in order to get the value 2, we need to subtract the length, divide by 2 and minus 1, right? I went through this. And now the last part is to check if it is even or odd. Okay, so this is the way to check if it is even or odd. So if it is even, so this is even count, right? Count in an array, in the array, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a double result. Okay, initialize it to 0 for now. We're gonna have the result variable equals to, what we're gonna do is have the my array. We're gonna do this because basically we're gonna do 2 plus 3 divided by 2. So right now the if we supply this in my array, if we supply midpoint, it's gonna get 2, right? So we need to add we need to also get 3, like value 3, I mean this, right? Midpoint, right? So this is giving me 2, right? This is giving me 2. Okay, so but we want 3 also. So how do we add midpoint? Sorry, we're gonna add 3, my array dot midpoint plus 1. Okay, so that's, so this is basically 2 plus 3. Okay, for in our case scenario. Okay, so 2 plus 3. Okay, and so now if what if it is odd, right? Else if it is odd, what we're gonna do is, so in the odd scenario, right? In the odd scenario, what it says is um, we need to find the midpoint, right? So midpoint is 2. So if you look at this, right, let's just copy this. Um, Output is 2, right? So let's just copy this and put it in our odd scenario, right? So odd scenario, let's just copy this and brainstorm it a little bit, right? So median is um, uh, divided by 2. So what happens right now if we have this array, right? What would it be in our midpoint? So in our midpoint, what it would be is, it will be divided by 2, length divided by 2. Length is 3 divided by 2, right? Minus 1, right? So it will be 0. Why it will be 0? It cannot, because we are using a int data type, okay? We are not using double or something. So it will truncate the 0.5 and you will go to 0, right? I can debug it and show it to you, right, in that scenario. So I'm just letting you know that our midpoint will be 0 in this scenario, okay, because of the data type int. If we have used double or any float, it will be 0.5. But since we use int, it will be 0, okay? So what we need to do in that scenario is we need to add 1 to our midpoint, okay? That's what we're gonna do, okay? So result equals to midpoint, no, not midpoint, my array and my array dot length, right? My array, we're gonna pass it, right? So midpoint, sorry, my array midpoint plus 1, right? So what we are asking is, if it is 0, this is 0, right? 0 base index, so 0, add 1 to it, so give me the middle value, right? So that's what I'm trying to tell them, tell the array, right? So this is what this is the whole, so we're gonna return the result, okay? So let's debug this, and hopefully I can explain better while I'm debugging, and clear the concepts if you have any doubts till now. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we concatenate. The first thing is to concatenate. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So the next step is to find the midpoint, right? So midpoint is, the length is 4 minus 2 minus 1. So 3. It will be 1, right? So the midpoint will be 1. Okay, here you go. So 1, when you say 1, it is actually, we are passing the index. Okay, we are looking for the 1 index. So 0, 1. So we are looking at this value, okay, right now. That's what we were trying to do. So this is even, okay, go inside. So this is 2 and plus 1 is 3, right? So it will be 5, okay? Result is 5. And oh, sorry, I have to do divide by 2. Sorry, that is missing. Divide by 2. Here you go. And then divide by 2. Okay, divide by 2. That is okay. Just restarting it. Okay. Okay, so result is 3. Why this is 3 now? It because oh, we need to have a double here. That's what we need, because it is a even it is a divide by 2, right? So 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Oh, okay, 3. It actually had 3. So okay, so now we should be getting 2.5 because we need a double basically. Okay, okay, 2. My array dot this, my array plus 1, right? So sorry guys, just have to do this. Okay, and then if we're gonna have a double, we need to have a double here. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's try to do it again. There you go. So the result should be 2.5 because of this. Okay, and that's it. That's the first scenario is done. So let's go through the second scenario, in which it has um, array of 1 and 2 and then 3, right? So that was our second scenario. So second scenario is what we need output as 2, right? So second scenario, it will check if the array is odd or even. So it is odd, it will go to the else. And in this else, since our midpoint, in this midpoint, what is happening is, let's go to the midpoint first, because I want to explain you the midpoint a little bit better. So the array that length is 3. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5. Since it is 0.5 here, let's say this one, right? Let's go and then do add watch, right? Quick watch, sorry, quick watch, quick watch, quick watch. Okay, so array length divided by 2, right? Uh, array dot length divided by 2, right? So it gives you 1. So if I have used, because it is because of the data type, right? 3 divided by 2 should be 1.5, right? But it is truncating that 0.5 and putting it as 1. So that is because of int. Int cannot hold any decimal values, you know. So that is the reason, okay? So that is, I hope I have explained you a little bit better on this. So 1 minus 1 is 0, right? So that's what I'm getting here as thing, as a midpoint. So when you add 1 to it, so it's a 0 base index. So we are looking at value 2. So we'll get 2, right? So that is what is expected as a result for the second scenario. Okay, guys. So let's put this code in action and see if we can make through our lead code challenge problem. Yeah. Okay. So I go back to this. I have copy pasted my code. Control V. Right. Orders. Let's just go through the code. Okay. Just put this like this. And then, okay, let's run all the test cases first. Int midpoint, what is it saying? Character 42 expected. Oh, okay, sorry. There you go. Run. I. Oh, told you. Sorry, guys. There you go. Okay, all test cases have passed. Let's submit the code. Okay, it got submitted, accepted, 141 milliseconds. So this is the code. I tried it before. I had the similar kind of error I ran into. I kind of ran the index out of range. What happened was I forgot to put the midpoint plus 1. I kind of put it I put it like I didn't put it inside. So this was missing from my last code. Um, so it gave me like an index out of range. So this is my final code, and I hope you like the code. And feel free to give me a thumbs up, and I'll come up with a different other other answers for the lead code. And thank you very much for watching.